Hi everyone, welcome to Strychbox. For this series, we're gonna look into a game called Balance Politics Simulator. So this is a game that lets you choose or decide into policies of one government. So I haven't played this game yet, and this game is in early access. So let's start a new game. So congratulations, Mr. President. After a long election process, you were elected as a new president of our country. As your assistant, I am here to explain few things to you before start. This system has three main functions: randomized bill proposal, 10 social media event rights, randomized newspaper events. Every time you start again, the event order will be different. Remember to focus to represent every ideological group. If their vote rate goes below under a specific point, you will lose your vote of confidence. Good luck. So this is probably the introduction of the game. So let's start. So this is the game. So these are the political ideology, I guess. So we have leftists 40%, rightists 40%, budget status 50%, human development index 60%, national security 50%. And I think this is social media. So this is a pretty much straightforward game. So it's a point and click game. So changes in life. Humanity has now moved to a new stage and we have stepped into an era of social democracy. Fast technological changes should not undermine our traditional value. Let me choose the first one. So Wizardia 22 replied, "We are very lucky to live in this country." Okay, so confirm. Oh, so we have 25 social media comments. So we already used one, now we only have 24. So I think this is one of the policy that we have. Okay, let's read this one. So I'm not gonna read this out loud. You can just pause it and read it. But I'm gonna make my decision. Okay, let's try this bill or this policy actually is saying that taxes will be tripled from the wealthy segments, and then the money will be used or will be spent on social support projects. So I think it's okay to pass the bill. So we have +2 leftists, -2 on rightists, budget status 51%, human development 60%, 50% national security. Okay, next bill. So let's see our social media comments. Labor unions. So I believe labor unions do nothing but hurting our economy. I believe labor unions help so much to provide better working conditions. I'll choose the second one. So this is a no-brainer. Confirm. How come? With only protesting, nothing can be solved. So 3. So right is actually decreasing. Let's see what happened. This policy or this rule is simply saying that LGBT people won't be allowed to adopt children. I think that's not good. So let's veto this bill. Okay. So our rightist party is getting lower and lower. Let's do our next bill. Newspaper. So we have another social media comment. So I think this is the whole interface of the game. So you have social media comments, you have the bill, and then you have the stuff like the ratings if it goes higher and lower. So pretty much straightforward game. Skilled immigrants. I believe we should open our borders to skilled immigrants as much as possible. I believe we should protect our nation's identity and prevent the type of migration. I'll just choose the first one, but not the ordinary others. Okay. So again, we're actually decreasing the rating from the rightist party. Actually, the national security decreased by 1 too. So this policy or this rule simply states that the large amount of tax will be transferred to companies conducting space exploration and will be asked to share their knowledge with the army in return. So I think I'm gonna veto this bill. Oh, which is good. So the rightist party increases by one. Next bill. So let's check our social media comment. Women in the army. I believe women in the army are not really functional for our army's progress. There will be no discrimination in the army. Women should have equal opportunity. I'm gonna choose that one. I think the social media comments are a little no-brainer. So again, rightist party is getting down. So the policy simply states that natural gas's price will be fixed by last year, and the difference will be met by the state. I'm gonna veto this, right? Okay, which is good. It's plus for the budget status and plus to the rightist party. Next bill. So we have an increase in unemployment growth. We continue. Another social media comment. Deporting issues. So deporting criminal immigrant is not a solution if they are in our borders. We must be one of the one who rehabilitate them. This is gonna be second. Okay, which is good. Human Development Index went down. So this law says or states that migrant recruitment will be facilitated and citizenship test system will be introduced. Anyone who passed the test can get a residence permit. Okay, I'll pass the bill. -3 for the rightist. The rightist doesn't go above 30. So the decline in oil prices have a positive impact on the market and created a relieving opportunity for everyone. The stabilization problem in the country, which is the largest oil producer in the world, was solved. Currently, the market is repairing itself and people are getting richer because their costs are reduced. It's a good thing. So our budget went up. Another social media answer. Robots in factory. Our priority should be to protect the work of our people by considering the social condition. Our priority is to increase our capital revenue and make move them. No, I'm gonna choose the first one. This is actually C. It's gonna be leftist. I think we're gonna lose this game by losing the rightist party vote. So this policy states that immigrant will be subject to an exam on the official language of the country and will be accepted based on their results. Yes, I'm gonna pass that one. Okay, next. So our athletes in the Olympics had a great success. This is a source of pride and cheer for our nation. They broke a historic record and oh, that's a typo, guys. and returned to homeland with several gold medals. Okay. So we need change. Great change require chaos. I understand people aggression. Great change must take place through long term. I'm gonna select the second one. Then the next one would be, I'm gonna pass this bill. That's good. So both of these guys are actually balanced now. So let's go next bill. Anonymous internet. Anonymous in the internet must be vital rights or vital right of our citizens. We must track internet traffic to prevent. Yeah, I'm gonna choose this one. Security. That's up in the national security. So the next bill is increase in the military budget. So based on this proposal, the salaries of the soldier will be increased and the budget allocated to the military will be doubled. I'm gonna pass this bill, which is good. So the leftist parties was decreased by 3, the rightist party increased by 3, the national security increased by 3. Next. Bribery scandal. Okay. But I think that's a minus for everyone. Insurance is a burden. Insurance is a burden. I believe people must work for receiving health insurance and should not be a burden to others. I believe it is a basic human right to have health insurance. Well, I'm gonna choose the second one. Okay. So we got a hit from the budget status. So Overtime Pay Act. On this proposal, it says that overtime payment will be increased by 10%. Huh. Let's pass this bill so that we get an increase on Human Development Index. Okay. Good. Next. So voting right for foreigners. In this bill, foreigners who have lived in the country for at least 50 months in the last 5 years will be able to vote in the upcoming election. In the case that they fail to meet this requirement, the rights to vote will be withdrawn. I'm gonna veto this bill. Okay. For national security increase too. Dawn of crypto coins. Okay. I'm not gonna read everything, guys. If you wanna read it, just pause it. I'm gonna check a social media comment. Death penalty. So this is a sensitive topic. So let's see how does the voting rating will go. So I believe death penalty is reasonable in some condition. I believe death penalty is criminal. I'm gonna use the first one. Just 1-1, so it's okay. Reforms in prison system. So based on this proposal, 10 new system prison will be built. Now let's pass that bill. -1 budget. Continue. So that's plus for everyone, huh? Increasing the 8-hour workday. The daily working hour will be increased by 1. And there will be a small corresponding increase in the minimum wage. I'm gonna veto this bill. That's good. Okay, next bill. Permission to factories in the South Forest. Natural gas will be extracted in the Southern Reserve. I'm gonna pass this bill. That's good. Okay, next. I'm gonna check social media. Our identity. The most constant part of our nation's identity is the principle of equality. The most important part of our nation's identity is the principle of nationalism. I'm gonna do equality. The rightist is getting lower again. So no creationism in school. Based on this proposal, creationism won't be taught in the public school. Well, I'm gonna veto this bill. That's good. Okay. Next bill. Free birth control. I believe in the great state's duty to provide free birth controls to citizens. I believe our taxes must be used for more important things than free birth control. I'm gonna use the first one. So based on this proposal, all citizens will have health insurance by paying dues in a proportion of their annual income. I'm gonna pass this bill. Oh, right, is getting lower and lower. Okay, next. Banning personal armament. So this policy says that the gun belonging to anyone without a license will be taken and personal armament will be forbidden. So I'm gonna pass this. Man, right, this party is getting lower and lower. New taxes. I think we need to reform our tax system to increase income equality. I think we don't need to. I'm gonna choose the first one. Okay. we're gonna lose this. Right party. So drug subsidies event. So drug subsidies will increase by 20. I'm gonna veto this bill. Okay. And we're losing budget too. Free birth control. I think we already asked this question. Free birth control. Free of charge. Oh, this is one of the social media that we answered earlier. Free of charge. I'm gonna pass this bill. Next. Flexibility on abortion act. Abortion law will be much more flexible. No, I'm gonna veto this. Okay, next bill. Death penalty for heavy crimes. Actually, some of this law or some of these policies were asked in a social media comment. So I think we need to align our answers from the social media to this policy. So on this policy, based on this proposal, those who commit serious crimes will be sentenced to death. I'm gonna pass this bill. Okay, next bill. So agriculture subsidies. Based on this proposal, large amount of wheat and corn will be collected from domestic consumer and distributed to low-income people. Okay, pass. Oh, there's a sex tape scandal. Let's continue though. Let's check our social media. So work law. Our workers should have more or some basic advantages in their work. We support them. Laborers can decide on their working conditions themselves. The market should not be intervened. I'm gonna use the first one. Okay. The tax on health rights of immigrants. Immigrants won't be able to benefit from the free public. No, I'm gonna veto this. Important government documents are leaked. Abolition of religious oath. So based on this proposal, religious oaths will no longer be useful in official proceedings. Oh, I'm gonna veto this. That's good. 24. Decreasing the age of retirement. Pass. Okay, let's check our social media. So it's called drug using. I am a president who support criminalization of drug using. Yeah, that's the first one. Let's do that. Okay, and then same-sex marriage should be legalized. Let's pass this bill. Next. Our universities are successful. Continue. Closing the eastern border. So the country eastern border will be closed by a wall and immigrant won't be acceptable in their country. So I'm gonna pass this bill. Just for the sake of increasing our national security and our rightist party and our human development, which is a good thing. Activism. Okay, let's use the second one. Okay, next bill. Decrease in budget of prison. Nope. Next. So loosening the control over GMOs. I'm gonna veto this. Or loosen, I'm gonna pass this. Okay. So I think I'm gonna cut the video here. So this is our first impression of this game called Balanced Political Simulation or Simulator. Thank you for watching and please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the next episode.